off their beautiful skills, and you will surely be entertained. As always, just a friendly reminder to please respect all players, coaches, staff, and referees, and we'll have a great time so long as you behave yourself. And of course, please do not go onto the court or you will be kicked out of the facility. And as always, find the closest emergency exit to you. It is highly unlikely we'll have an emergency, but if we do, slowly make your way out of the building in an orderly fashion. And as always, put away the smoke and the vape. It's not allowed in the building. If you want to do so, you must leave the facility. As always, follow us on Instagram at OPABall and tag us if you make a post. And get your G Elite merchandise whenever you can. We have some of the best designs in the house. All right. It's time. Who's ready to welcome the listeners for today's All-Star game? Give a big hand. We have the very, very best. And this time we'll introduce Team Fire. Let's make some noise for Team Fire. Get loud. All right, representing Team Fire from OLS, we have number 4, Liddy Chloe. Also from OLS, number 1, Emily Ruby. And finally from OLS, number 12, Camille Sylvester. And we have a trio for the KW Vipers, number 6, Lynn Noble. Number 19, Tori Reardon. And number 8, Kamaya Thames. And representing the Oakville Venus, number 5, Chantal Davis. Number 15, Lila Baxter. And number 6, Anna Vaughn. From the Palatenders, number 9, Lila DiPietro. Number 17, Katie Luciani. And number 13 is Sophia Sesti. Representing Tecumseh States, number 2, Leah Shannon. Number 10, Araya Hutchins. And number 3, Zoe Zinnick. In finally representing the Collinwood Trail Blazers, number 7, Sienna McFarland. Number 11, Arian Ellison. And number 14 is Lane Barris. And our fans filling in for Alyssa Wolf, we have Mark Machomu. Mark is the corporate director of the Ontario Basketball Association, along with being a staff surgeon to the Toronto Police Service, where he also leads as president of the Toronto Police Amateur Athletic Association. He plays a key role on the Governance and Equity Review Committee and previously served as supervisor of recreation at George Brown College. A dedicated leader on and on court. One more time, let's hear it for Mark Machomu.
Welcome back inside the Ontario Tech University Gymnasium. Team Fire being introduced there. Head coach Mark Madramutu stepping in as a head coach for Team Fire. Team Police now being introduced. And after that, we will get to the awards that will be presented by Assistant Director of Marketing and Communications for Ontario Basketball, Anthony Bennett. Once the teams are introduced, we'll get to the awards in terms of all-team defense, first, second, and third team All-Stars, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, and of course, Coach of the Year. JJ Epson back alongside Sydney Holmes for this, the G Elite Senior Girls All-Star Game, and following this at 4 o'clock, championship game between ON, LX, and IEM Spartans.
And 16, from the Blue Devils, number 12, Number 15, Madison Keegan. And number 5, Skyler. Representing EF, number 1, Tasha. Number 10, Alex Niles. And number 3, Abby Hamamoto. And finally, representing the Toronto Awards is number 4, Ava Berretti. Number 18, Michaela Siri. And number 17, Alicia. And now it's time to introduce Nadia Roth.
Trey Nadia Rock, the head coach of Team Police, wearing the black uniforms with the purple trim. Team Fire going to be in the white uniforms with that same purple trim. Saw these uniforms last weekend at the Junior Girls All-Star game. A nice little touch and added bonus for having a great season and being given this all-star nod. And again, it'll be fun to see how these players, develop some chemistry in real time and what their understanding of a 5-player basketball unit can look like. Nadia Rock going to take the mic to say a few words. We'll step aside for that.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much to the coaches, parents, family, and friends for being here and supporting and providing opportunities for these young ladies. Give yourselves a round of applause. We're honored to be here. I shared a stat with the girls in the locker room earlier, and it's really interesting. 45% of young girls will quit sports by the time they're 14. So thank you again for supporting them, encourage them to stay involved. Sports in itself, basketball, will give them endless opportunities. They're going to learn intangible skills. They're going to learn discipline, mental toughness, readiness, everything that will support them for their avenue season after sports. It is going to give them a lifelong opportunity professionally in their life, amongst their family, their friends, and their future careers in whatever they pursue. So again, thank you so much for supporting young girls, and I hope you enjoy the game.
Kind words of encouragement and appreciation for everything that families do. Maybe, Sid, you can speak to that in terms of kind of growing up playing sports competitively and basketball specifically, of what your foundation of support was like and how that contributed to your direction in life.
It was, consistent for rep basketball. Every weekend, you were traveling either to Ottawa, to Kingston, Kitchener. Your parents were not only working their 9-to-5s during the week, but then making sure that you had the time to get to practice, that you were well-fed, well-kept, and everything. So as long as these girls are given the opportunity to play, I think the biggest kudos needs to go to the families that are supporting them through it. First defensive team player here given their award from the Assistant Director, Marketing and Communications, Anthony Bennett, is Kayla O'Keefe. An unbelievable year from O'Keefe. She does it all, scores the ball, plays defense, leads by example. One of those players that everybody should aspire to be for Burloak Elite. They're unfortunately done this weekend. The KW Vipers, Savannah Freeze, and now Katie Luciani from the Pelham Panthers coming to accept her award. She steps in for her teammate Sielkowski, who is unable to be here at the All-Star game today. And there's 2 more all-team defenses to be given out from PDM. Abby Lawani was in the gym earlier. They suffered a loss, and she is running in from the stands. Or somebody's accepting it on her behalf, I should say. Liddy Glory Bally, well-deserved all-team defense here from ONLX. Did a great job getting her team to the championship game in semifinal number 2. She's consistent all around, and she was also one of the fastest girls on the floor at the time of the game, too. So I expect nothing less in this All-Star game.
Coming up next, we've got to get through the third team, second team, and first team All-Stars.
Feature senior All-G elites, third, second, and teams. First, please to announce your senior All-G elites third team.
We will go that way. Third, second, first team, followed by defensive player, MVP, and coach of the year. Sarah Leffler, third team All-Star from the Nepean Blue Devils. And you love to see her teammates and everyone on that team police giving her the support. Kamaya Thames, another third team All-Star. She's playing for Team Fire in this All-Star game, played for the KW Vipers in the regular season. The next third team All-Star coming from Collingwood, and the Trailblazers third team All-Star, Erin Ellison, stepping up to accept her award. And I guess we can anticipate seeing a lot of play from the players not on ONLX or IEM, as they are taking the stage after this. They'll need their players fully healthy for the championship game.
Similarly to last weekend with ONLX as well, they were in the finals. Their players lined up and they played maybe a minute, I want to say.
They start the game and then there's a quick substitution. Liddy Glory Bali, a third team All-Star along with all team defense. Another great player in this league, Naomi Tipping of the Etobicoke Thunder, gets the third team All-Star nod as well.
This will close it out for our third team, all G Elite, third team All-Stars. Now we're going to be headed over to the second team here.
Senior All-G elites, second team. First up, from the
KW, another All-Star, second team nod, Lynn Nobuo. And KW had an up and down year, but they've got a couple of All-Stars. We're going to build on that for next year.
We have
Masha Plavza from the Nepean Blue Devils steps in, another one of these players that is kind of a triple threat. Good vision, good scoring ability, great hands-on defense. Just as the next player as well. We know this player very well, Sid.
Seeing her actually in the finals in the game after this. Another player that I expect to not be playing many minutes in this game.
Absolutely. Mackenzie Feynman plays her high school basketball for the Orangeville Bears. Comes here and, club ball for the IEM Spartans. Again, great on ball, great off ball, good defense. Can shoot from anywhere on the court.
Yep.
Lila Di Pietro joining the second team All-Stars from the Pelham Panthers. And then rounding it out, the fifth and final spot belongs to ONLX's Emily Harvey, who had an unbelievable performance in their semifinal games. Hit a couple of timely threes, made some free throws down the stretch. Really kept the Tecumseh Saints at arm's length.
I think it was just the composure that we saw from her the entirety of the game is something that it was really refreshing to see too. And in saying that, now we're going to the All G Elite first team All-Star.
This name is becoming a household name. Easier and easier for me to say. Sienna Papanastasiou Thomas gets the first team. I'm definitely a finalist for the MVP award as well. 20 points per game was her average over the regular season, and she can score in bunches. 25 in the quarterfinal, 25 in the semifinal. Very excited to see how she performs in a championship game. Natasha Rekuenko joining Papanastasiou Thomas as part of that first team All-Star. She plays with Purpose Driven Mentalities team.
Unfortunately, we didn't really get to see a lot from her early on in her game due to foul trouble, but she's a sensational offensive player.
Her PDM teammate who was kept at bay, Emi Harumoto. And when you game plan for her, you almost have to keep a body on her all game, everywhere on the court. She's so dangerous.
Your best case scenario is for her not to touch the ball. And for that to be the main game plan, I think it just speaks to how talented she is.
Another first-team All-Star, Leah Shannon, came up short for the Tecumseh Saints in their semifinal victory. Had an off day of shooting, but she's going to continue to grow and continue to develop into quite the player here in the Ontario Basketball's G Elite League. Kayla O'Keefe from Burloak Elite rounding out the 5 for the first-team All-Stars. So O'Keefe, part of the defensive team, first-team All-Stars, and again a finalist for the Most Valuable Player Award.
Now we're going to go over to the recipient for arguably my favorite position, the defensive player.
Well, when they say that championships start on defense, or are won with defense, I should say, this award can't be overlooked. And usually the winner of this award has an innate ability, an energy, an emphasis on leaving it all on the court and doing it the right way. One of those players you don't have to coach because they bring the intangibles into the game.
And now your senior girls defensive player of the year is
Liddy Glory Bowley, with a little bit of surprise on her face, steps up to accept the award from Assistant Director of Marketing and Communications, Anthony Bennett.
You know, I would have said at the beginning that they knew they were getting the awards, but judging on the look in her face, I don't think she expected anything at all today. But, I mean, it honestly just proves that she just plays hard defense naturally, so she doesn't expect to get rewarded for it. She just goes out there and plays hard anyways.
Up next is the MVP award. And again, for me, it's a coin flip between Sienna Papanasasiu-Thomas and Kayla O'Keefe. Both players leaving their marks on this season in the G Elite Senior Girls Division. Game-changing plays is right. Team success is also important for the MVP. Kayla O'Keefe from Burloak Elite. All-team defense, first-team All-Star, most valuable player.
It's one of those things where I always coin the most valuable player as someone who is able to elevate themselves and their teammates during the faces of adversity, and I think during the entirety of the season she's been able to do so, so very well deserved for sure.
Lastly, Coach of the Year, and coaching at this level can be trying at times, but often more rewarding than that. And you've got to give a lot of time and energy and effort into coaching these young women in a positive way, getting them ready for the next level, whether that be another year under your tutelage or onto, a little bit more of a competitive program or college or university. And PDM's head coach, Cyrus Nava, the recipient of the Coach of the Year award.
And the thing is coaching is not easy. It's one of those things where you're not only watching your team, but your ability to set up plays actively that can counteract the other team's defense and vice versa on offense. You know the sport inside and out, and you know it well enough to be able to speak to it. And I think that's what a lot of people don't quite understand about coaches is you can play basketball, and that's one thing, but being able to lead a team to victory is a completely different achievement. So congratulations to the PDM coach.
JJ Reddick learning that this year with the LA Lakers, catching a stray on the Ontario Basketball YouTube broadcast. And I apologize.
Warranted, though. I think it was 100% warranted. Absolutely. It's a little bit like, a Steve Nash on what's that, the Nets? 1,000%. Yeah. No, it's okay. It's warranted. I feel like we're just keeping them humble at this point. It's all right.
All right, with the awards out of the way, tip-off coming up here in the next couple of minutes for the All-Star game. There's 12 minutes on the warm-up clock, so we will step aside for that and be back with tip-off between Team Fire and Team Police here at the Ontario Tech and Durham College campus. Welcome back inside the home of the Durham Lords and the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks. It's time for the G Elite Senior Girls All-Star Game. JJ Epson back with the smallest power forward to ever play the game, Sydney Holmes. Team Fire taking on Team Police. Team Fire in the white uniforms with the black and purple accents. Team Police in the black uniforms with the white and purple accents. Tip off just about to get underway, and a relatively packed gymnasium. Sid. A lot of support here in the gymnasium this Sunday, May 4th.
This time we got a match between Team Fire and Team Police. We have Team Fire in.
Sylvester will jump it up with Madison Peak at the center dot. And even in an all-star game, got to remind the players to tuck in their jerseys.
I'm a big proponent. I hate untucked jerseys.
Sylvester taps it to Shannon. Fire out and have the first look at an offensive possession. Shannon keeps, turns the corner, dumps it off to Sylvester, and that's through for two. Camille Sylvester opens the scoring. Emi Haramoto drops it off. Masha Plaza, top side. Natasha Resuanko, first team All-Star, keeps the dribble alive. Gives it back up to Plaza, working to the right-hand side. Step through. Baseline cut up, too strong, and that's tapped out. Sylvester gets it on the run. 1-on-2, kicks it out. Shot is up and off the mark from Kamaya Thames. Team Fire will retain possession on the baseline. How about that first look? And the chemistry early developed between Leah Shannon and Camille Sylvester.
It's interesting how basketball IQ can allow you to play at a high level, even with players that you've never played with before.
Allison Nias off the mark. The Sylvester-Shannon connection, not there, going the other way. Natasha Rekuonko on the sideline gives it into Haramoto. Haramoto works around the screen. Rekuonko puts the rock to the deck, hands it off. Peek inside, right-handed, too strong. Sylvester with the rebound. Shannon wants Sylvester on the top side. Uses the pick, finds the roller, and there it is again. Blown bunny, though, that time by Sylvester. Rekuonko quickly into the front court, sidesteps on the baseline. Kicks it back top side. Plaza off glassing through.
Who's got a break away in this All-Star game? Let's find out.
Thames to the near side. Ellingson hands it off. Shannon underneath Sylvester. Makes the extra pass. Defender in the air. Shot. Not going to fall. Offensive rebound. Zoe Zinnick hits the deck hard. Team Police have an odd man rush. Haramoto kicks it back outside. Nias swallowed up on the interior. Shannon has a lane. Takes. Drops it off. And Zinnick completes the play.
Shannon's kind of the tenacity and the fire that we wanted to see from her during her playoff game with her team. We're now actually seeing in this All-Star game here.
Plaza, that's a deep two if it goes. It's left short.
That's that. We're going to have our
First substitution goes for Team Fire. Camille Sylvester goes to the bench. Lynn Nobowo checks in. Second team All-Star. And 5 players for Team Police head to the scores table. And right off the bench and onto the scoreboard, Lynn Nobowo. with a nice left-handed finish.
Full team of 5 looking ready to come in here for Team Police.
Plavza stripped by Zinnik. Resetting at the top, Thames, far side. The take, the roll, too strong. Plavza fighting for the rebound, comes away with it. And she can turn on the Jets. Tries to get by Shannon. Rekuonko, top side. The step back, mid-range, no good. Harumoto fighting for the rebound on the baseline, finds Rekuonko relocating, and that drops for 2.
Coming into play in the All-Star game.
6 minutes left in the opening quarter. Thames working on the left. Back top side, picked up by Plavza. Here's Leah Shannon. Down on the block to Zinnik. Zinnik, good defense by Rekuonko there. Zinnik, better offense. 4 straight points for Zinnik. 8-4 lead. Team Fire ahead.
Going from anything.
The take and the keep by Peak, just a little too strong with that left. Here comes Zinnik back into the front court. Got to test the hot hand. She kicks it to the corner. Ellickson inside, outside. Thames 3. That's going to go out of bounds and allow the substitutions to occur. So 4 new in for Team Fire, all 5 out for Team Police. Jogging down to inbound is the MVP of the league, Kayla O'Keefe. Here's Reva Gokali. Dishes it. Naomi Tipping gets it knocked out of bounds or loses it out of bounds. Will stay with Fire.
That is indeed the Fire basketball.
Liddy Glory Boley, Defensive Player of the Year, all-team defense, 3rd-team All-Star. Passes it up far side. Here's Glory Boley fighting for the rebound. Instead, it's going to fall to Sarah Leffler. She gets it ahead. Gokale in front of her own bench. Wants the screen, uses it, wants it again. Nothing's there, so Ferry Dooney. It's a deep 2, and it's going to go. Ava Ferry Dooney makes it a 2-point game, under 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
It's funny how you put girls who typically don't play with each other, and I have nothing to say on rotation, passing efficiency, defensive ability. It's like they've all turned it on because they're like, okay, we have to be really hyper-focused on it because we know we're playing with new girls, a new team. So it's interesting when you put basketball players into situations where they're uncomfortable and they just immediately shine. It's pretty cool.
Lila DiPietro fouled crossing the lane. Katie Luciani from Pelham was set to inbound, but they're going to change it to an in the act of shooting call. So Lila DiPietro at the free throw line. Joining DiPietro on the court, Katie Luciani, all-team defense. Emily Harvey, 2nd-team All-Star. DiPietro sinks the second. Ferry Dooney over the timeline. Finds the MVP, O'Keefe. One-handed pass through a tiny keyhole. That shot got a fingertip on it. O'Keefe flashes in the paint. Ferry Dooney finds Tipping on the perimeter. That's no good. Long shot, long rebound. Tipping finds O'Keefe, who finds Tipping on the far side. Blocked by Team Fire. Out and on the run. Intercepted. Sarah Leffler read that well. Glory Boley keeps it alive. Picks it up and takes it over the timeline for Team Fire. Picked up by O'Keefe. Picks up the dribble. It's Luciani now. Sends it to the weak side. Shot is up and is good. from Lila DiPietro.
Fancy stuff.
Police come up empty-handed again. Can the Fire extend their lead? Emily Harvey gives it up. Luciani finds DiPietro. Nothing there, so she throws it on the block. Nobuwu misses. O'Keefe with the rebound. Trying to push the pace. And does. Kelly. That shot too short. DiPietro, far side with one to beat. Takes it right to the rack. Can't get it to fall. Ferry-Dooney pushes it up. Leffler gonna pull it back. Shooter's open in the corner. Back iron for tipping. Harvey pulls it back, dials it from deep, finds the bottom. Emily Harvey hit 3 threes in her semifinal game. Led her team in scoring. Taking them anytime she can get them. Tipping blocked down low. Nice step through and patience to keep with it for Leffler. Just off the mark. Glory Boley wants the screen back in the middle. Gets it. Harvey finds the diver. It's Luciani. Extra pass. Nobuwu couldn't complete the play. And here comes Leffler. She gives it up. Tipping inside. Left hand. Down and out. And fouled. And Naomi Tipping, third-team All-Star, at the free throw line for the Police. Lila DiPietro heading back to the bench to a very big round of applause.
It's always cool because I think you got to remember that if you're playing in the All-Star game, it's that you did exceptionally well during the regular season to give yourself this. So as much as it's a competition, at the end of the day, it's a pretty cool achievement for them to be playing in this.
Unable to convert. Was Tipping, so side out. Fire with a chance to add to their 15-6 lead here. 1:10 left in the opening 10 minutes. Glory Boley. A couple of dribbles to get to the left. Kicks it back out. Into the hands of Lila Baxter, who just checked in. Luciani. Strong. Fighting for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. That's going to stay with Team Fire. Tori Riordan checking into the game as well. She will have it on the sideline. 5 seconds on the shot clock. All the way back to the top. Luciani looking far side. Ellickson. Shot clock violation. Ferry-Dooney gives it up, gets it back. They're going to give it to the MVP, Kayla O'Keefe, working to her left. 7 seconds on the shot clock. O'Keefe, left to right, downhill, swallowed up by the defensive player of the year, Glory Boley. Jump ball. It will stay with Police. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Quickly in, turning, looking down low. That pass intercepted. Again, Glory Boley with a hand in the passing lanes. Here she is out on the run. And it's stolen the other way. Police quickly up ahead. Tipping, loses the handle. 7 seconds, baseline. O'Keefe off glass. Luciani's not even gonna try for the full court heat. After 10 minutes of play, 15-8, 7-point lead. Team Fire ahead. The Ontario Basketball Association and Rogers and Uptown Wireless are bringing you unbeatable deals on wireless plans. As a valued OBA member, you now have access to exclusive savings on Rogers services, helping you stay connected, whether you're at home, on the road, or courtside. Don't miss out. Visit portal.uptownwireless.ca today to explore your exclusive offers and experience the power of connection with Rogers. Stay connected, stay in the game, powered by OBA and Rogers.
And as a fan of the NBA, we now have access to exclusive savings on Rogers services.
This is a very
Whether you're at home,
not a surprising game because the talent in this I already knew was going to be here, but it's just cool how the connections between people that don't normally play each other, but also the three-point shooting in this game has been pretty like on point today. But as you kind of mentioned as well, the three IEM Spartan players that are on Team Police, they're continuing to sit. And that is Feynman, that is Papanasasiu Thomas, and that is also Collier as well. And rightfully so. I mean, the worst thing that you could do is...
Don't even mention it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't even have to say it. Just took the words right out of my mouth.
Best ability is availability, and if you want to win a championship, you got to have your all-stars available. Let's just put it that way, shall we?
To be fair, we are seeing some ONLX players not getting crazy minutes, but getting more minutes than I would expect them to get in this All-Star game.
Step around by Barrett's not there. Second chance. Police secure the rebound, pushing the pace. Ahead to O'Keefe. Jab step, gets some separation. Floater no good. Tapped into the hands of Tori Riordan.
Speaking of Lori Boley, I mean, she is going to be playing in that championship game. She's played quite amount of minutes at this one. She's playing hard, playing physical. That's not something that I really expected for her to kind of do. Sylvester as well, another girl that's going to be in the finals. It's an interesting approach. I mean, I would say as the coach, I'd be like, you need to sit and rest, or maybe they're capped at only playing the first half. You never know.
Police looking to carve into the 7-point lead. Kayla O'Keefe. Sloppy handoff results in a backcourt violation. And when things aren't really going your way, how do you get settled on the offensive side of things in a game like this, Sid?
I always the point guard needs to just take the ball and stop, look at what's presented in the defense, and then call something out.
Oh, the crossover by O'Keefe. Wow. And that's what an MVP will do.
Mm-hmm.
no surprise.
Steal to 2 points. Ellickson finds Barrett, who's able to keep it alive. Sophia Sestilli throws it to Riordan into the corner. That shot's off the mark. Offensive rebound fouled across the arms. And third-team All-Star Aaron Ellickson will head to the free throw line. Ellickson connects on the first. The second falls as well.
Shout out to all of you.
O'Keefe directing traffic. Wants a screen from Tipping, hands it off. Instead, gets back beyond the three-point line, is picked up by Sylvester, who's got her hands on her knees. Is she gassed already? She's got a finals upcoming.
You see what I'm saying?
Baseline jumper is good. Keefe with the assist.
Like, substitution now. Please sit her down. Like, we're not continuing. I will go and sub her out if it comes necessary. I'll take it into my own hands. There's a medal, there's a trophy to be lifted. The stakes are too high.
Deep three, Sestilli, that's off the mark. Last basket by Police came out of the hands of Sophia Rotariu. And then we're getting three in for the Police.
And Sylvester's still on.
5-point game. O'Keefe heads to the bench. Checking back in is Allison Nias alongside Masha Plavza. Madison Peak going with a little size here. Plavza, 1-2 stepping. Finds Nias. That shot's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Peak. Couldn't get around the defender, throws it off. A team fire player and out of bounds. Masha Plavza to inbound. 5 seconds on the shot clock. All the way topside. And just at the expiration of the shot clock, Madison Peak gets it down. Chantel Davis elevates. That's in and out. Fighting for the rebound is Barrett. Inside Zoe Zinnick. Loses the handle. On the ground fighting for it. Keeps it alive. And Chantel Davis has it again. This time working on the far side. And Sylvester can't get the shot off in time. It's another shot clock violation.
We're going to have some fires and seconds in the game.
Here's Plavza over the timeline, picked up by Zinnick. Looking for the diver, swallowed up on the interior, ripped away by Nobubu. And here's Leah Shannon into the open court. The handoff, Sylvester.
Can we please have like I don't know what needs to happen, but Sylvester and Shannon just need to play together.
Yeah, can we get them on the same team?
Like, is there any way that they can? I mean, I understand Ottawa and Tecumseh aren't really close to each other.
No.
It's pretty drastic, actually. But there's
like,
maybe university. I don't know where any of them are planning on going, but I think we need to persuade any local universities or colleges to take them. We'll show them the footage.
Davis uses the screen. Ball's knocked loose. And there's a turnover. Police trailing by 5. Sakiri hands it off, gets it right back. Michaela Sakiri stuck in no man's land. Has to give it up to Rotario to get it right back. They're passing it into the middle, swallowed up by Shannon. Shannon seemingly waiting for her teammate and the person she's connected with the most to get into the front court, but it's knocked loose and out of bounds.
Finally, we got Sylvester taking the seat. I mean, to be fair, I was a little worried because, she, like you said, she was putting her hands on her knees. And again, championship game up next for
4
them.
o'clock.
Yep.
Shannon to inbound. Finds Ellickson, who turns the corner, gets baseline, and then throws it away. Got into tight quarters there, and no one was giving her a target to bail her out. Rekuenko hands it off to Plavza, working back to her right. Pulls up, and then again over top of the roller. Harumoto's back. Gets a body on the offensive player without fouling. Good job. Here's Plavza into the front court. Going to keep it this time. Zinnick pokes it away. Zoe Zinnick, wow, doing a great job defensively here in the All-Star game.
I mean, obviously she was troubled with foul trouble during her last game, and so it kind of limited her defensive ability to be as strong as we know it to be. But in this game, she's just really showing full out what she can do on defense.
She's got it on the offensive side now. Looks for Shannon on the back cut. The underhanded pass stolen. Harumoto quickly ahead to Plavza. Plavza, who slows down just enough to let Leah Shannon blow by and sees it through the hoop for 2. 3-point game, 4:24 left in the opening half. The G Elite Senior Girls All-Star Game live from Durham College and Ontario Tech University. That shot got a fingertip on it, did Plavza. Rekuenko finds Nias. That's too strong. Rekuenko tied up with Nobu. Jump ball, and it'll stay with the police.
That was a 3 PDM. I was going to say TDM. That's not even accurate. PPM rush there. Unfortunately, it didn't go in, but the police still remain with the ball.
Luciani checks back in, as does Thames. It's actually going to be team fireball,
now.
so the officials came together to chat about who it touched last. Here's Thames. Jemiah Thames, the third team All-Star, brings it over the timeline. Luciano on the back cut. Rekuenko disrupts that pass. Here she is working left. Rekuenko finds the roller, and it's blocked by Thames. Shots up from deep, no. Nobuo with the defensive rebound. Thames has it. Quickly ahead, Shannon. Luciani right back to Shannon. Off the glass and through the hoop.
Shannon's going off today. I will say, too, for the girls that were unsuccessful in advancing to the championship game, this is also your last time this season, quote unquote, to just go out on a high note. So I would take it for everything you have. Play solid defense, play good offense, and you're going to really go out on a high note.
Ellickson almost goes end to end, but she hits it off the glass just a little too strong. Rekuenko and Team Police benefit from the official being in an opportune spot when that pass was deflected, hit the official to stay in bounds. They're having a good laugh about that.
I've regrettably before passed the ball to a referee thinking it was a team member. Does it have any resemblance to what just happened? No, I just thought
Wait, what happened in that instance? Did they catch the ball?
Well,
Did they just let it hit them?
Well, they actually caught it and passed it back to me. It was quite funny.
And the play went on?
It was a give and go. I mean,
Did you score?
I did, actually. It was nice. What I didn't realize is I was all alone on a breakaway. No one was there with me, not even a defender. That was a beautiful finish. Yeah, it was just me, all alone. I got a feeder pass, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. It's me and my teammate. I passed the ball up, and I was like, no, it's not the referee. It's my fault. But it's okay, though. The referee gave it back to me, finished the layup. It was great. Didn't count.
Did you dab him up after?
Give him a nice little high five. Yep, nice little high five. I was like, you know what? That's a true team connection there.
Here's Riordan turning the corner. Looks to find Nobowo. Her floater's no good. Offensive rebound. Can't get the second chance to go. Nice. Bounce pass underneath. Unable to be kept alive by Gokali. Leffler coming back into the game. And Lila DiPietro as well. 1:59 left in the opening half. 23-16. Team Fire ahead, looking to add to that score. Leah Shannon. Working with Riordan, pulls it out, dials it from deep. That's not going to go. Last touched by Naomi Tipping. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Riordan to trigger from underneath the basket. Shannon gets it out to DiPietro. Looking left, loses the handle. Oh, and Shannon can't keep it in bounds. The MVP checking back in for the Police as they want to get this 7-point lead under control by the half. Rekuenko keeps, turns the corner, sidestep, mid-range, in and out again. Riordan with the rebound and up the floor for the Fire.
And speaking of O'Keefe as well, I mean, it's obviously commitment season. High school's kind of coming towards an end, and she did recently commit to Laurier University, and that was at the end of March. So recent, still going to call it that, but she's committed, and she's going to play for the Laurier...
Golden
Hawks? Golden Eagles?
Wilfrid Laurier.
I couldn't tell you. I went to college. I couldn't tell you.
Durham College.
I did Durham College Lords. I can tell you every single college team, but university it might blank me a little bit. But I know she's going to Laurier.
Humber.
Golden Eagles. Golden Hawks. Golden something.
Seneca.
Seneca. Sting. Yes. Point Sydney. But regardless, she's going to Laurier. It's a massive achievement, and it's really exciting when you can see The girls coming out of like the OBA, the OSBA, which we had the pleasure of doing commentary on this year as well, going on to the second level, and we get to see them play in the OUA too, which is pretty cool. Also, which I wanted to mention to you.
By the way, it is the Wilfrid Laurier Golden Hawks. You knew
that was my first one. Yep. Kiara Letlow, who actually played in Hoop Queens, which we again had the pleasure of doing commentary on. So she was Cape Breton, pretty much got all the awards that you
as
could
a rookie,
get. Pretty much, exactly. She got Rookie of the Year, all-time rebounder scorer, I want to say as well. She entered the transfer portal, and she's finishing her collegiate career this upcoming season in the OUA at Queen's University.
Right, yes.
So she recently transferred this past week, actually. So coming from the Atlantic Division, coming over to the Ontario Division to play for Queens, which I think is very exciting.
So are you telling me that there's now a transfer portal in U Sports here in Canada?
You know what the crazy thing is I think we're starting to see one. Finish.
Natasha Rekulenko with the spin move. No one's guarding Riordan, so she's just going to throw it up. She doesn't get it. O'Keefe with the rebound.
I think we're starting to see a ever so slight transfer portal. There's been a couple going from different schools, but I want to say Kiara is probably going to be the biggest impact coming into the OUA this year, especially this is her final year in university as well. So I know she's hoping to go out with a bang.
The first half comes to an end. Team Fire ahead 24-18. You're watching the OPA G Elite Senior Girls All-Star Game. The Ontario Basketball Association and Rogers and Uptown Wireless are bringing you unbeatable deals on wireless plans. As a valued OBA member, you now have access to exclusive savings on Rogers services, helping you stay connected whether you're at home, on the road, or courtside. Don't miss out. Visit portal.uptownwireless.ca today to explore your exclusive offers and experience the power of connection with Rogers. Stay connected, stay in the game. Powered by OBA and Rogers.
Special surprise for halftime, and we're gonna pick one lucky fan in the building to participate in a free throw contest against Kaylin Rose Shipley from G Elite. So I need one fan, anybody. The first person to make their way down here, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? We might have more than one. Okay, we got both of you. Let's get one more. Anybody else? Or it's just gonna be both of them? I see you pointing. Would you like to come on down? All right, let's have you as well. Thank you. So the rules are simple. We have our fantastic basketball player over here, Kaylin Rose Shipley. Could have made it to the NBA. He could have made it to the NBA, but he's just trying to be humble. You're gonna have 5 shots each, 5 shots. If you can make more than him, you might just get a beautiful piece of merchandise from our merch table. So who's gonna go first? Matter of fact, let's make it 3 shots. We got a lot of us. All right, no pressure. First one's up. All good, you can good. You can do it. Off the rims. So close. Let's make this one. Third one's up and it's good. 1 for 3 is the score to beat. Let's have our next contestant. I heard that's Camille Sylvester's brother right here. Shout out to Camille wherever you are. Oh, you're getting closer, you're getting closer. Let's get the third one up there. Oh, so close. Thank you for
All right, second half action about to get underway here from Ontario Tech University and Durham College Gymnasium. Team Fire up 24-18 against Team Police, the G Elite Senior Girls All-Star Game. Police turn it over to start the second half, then knock it out of bounds. Sophia Rotario unable to keep it alive. Good amount of energy and excitement in this gymnasium. Little halftime show. We've got a couple of junior kids out on the court having a free throw shootout. And Sosu's little brother, Soso's little brother from ONLX coming away the victor and receiving a free G Elite t-shirt in the process. 2 of 3 and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. A flurry of moves from Nias. She dishes it to Peak. And that pass is interrupted. Shannon ahead. A couple of players collide.
That's my favorite thing. It's Shannon's like, go, I'm fine. Leave me. The ball's there. That you can tell they play together.
Anna Vong kicks it back out to Shannon into the corner. Shot is up. Deep 2, no good. Vong with the rebound, looking down low. Zinnick on the ground, fighting for the ball. Jump ball, turnover. Team Police will have it. Last week, we saw Coach Drenadia Rock put her team at a zone defense. Will we see that today?
And I think the response from the opposing coach was, really? Zone in an all-star game?
You're going to make me call a timeout. Triangle offense, the way to get out of that. Off the side of the backboard. Rebound, Madison Peak. Quickly ahead. Nias finds the trailer. Peak off the glass. Count the basket and the foul. So Peak at the free throw line with a chance to complete the three-point play, bring her team back. It's a 5-point game. Correction, it's a 3-point game. The PM Blue Devils in the house showing their appreciation for McPeak. That pass stolen. And then stolen right back. Leah Shannon has another level to her game. And we were hoping to see this when Tecumseh was on the floor, but you get a look at number 2 for the Fire right now. Lane Barrett with the mid-range floater.
Yeah, I mean, she came out in this game firing. And like I said, you're able to go out on a high note, right? And the shooting, for whatever reason, the rim just didn't like her in her earlier games. And I don't know where the girls are pulling these finishings out of, but like it's sensational to watch. It's also a very competitive game so far.
Masha Plaza has great moves definitely for this age group. The Shannon off the mark there with the floater from the baseline. Here's Masha Plaza in the open court. This time she dishes the no-look pass. Nias can't complete the play. Zinnick with the rebound. Here's Vong. The pass first type player. Oh, there was a lane there for Leah Shannon. Zoe Zinnick over the top. One dribble. Shot is up and is good for Barrett.
So it's locked in. 28-23 is the score. Team Fire.
And now all the players in the championship game, both for IEM and ONLX, departing the benches to go get ready for that championship game. Tip-off in an hour and 5 minutes at 4 o'clock, but plenty of game left in this all-star contest.
We're actually seeing a bit of a zone put on us. A pretty solid zone, actually, was effective for Team Fire, which is interesting. I thought we would have been the other way around at this point.
Vong fires and scores. It's a catch and shoot for Anna Vong. Masha Plaza wants the screen, uses it, pulls up, tries to find Nias on the back cut. Zinnick keeping it alive. Leah Shannon has Zinnik traipsing down the middle of the court. That bounce pass just too low. And out of bounds. 5 in, 5 out for Team Fire. But Harumoto checks into the game for the police alongside Naomi Tippick, G Elite third team All-Star. Here's Harumoto over the timeline. Calling out a play. Tipping has it. Fakes. Turns into the lane. Lost on the way up. It will stay police ball.
There remains 7 minutes on the clock.
That shot's off the mark. Rebounded. And quickly up the floor. Lila Baxter. She pulls into a shot. No, Harumoto quickly ahead. Tipping. One coming back. Tipping sees it through.
So they're at the top of the game.
5 points now separates Team Fire and Team Police right now.
Fire slowly pull away, and then the police find another level.
Mm-hmm.
Davis, nice step through off glass. No time to waste for Harumoto. She finds Tipping on the far side.
Tipping.
That's a nice 360 step through.
It's beautiful. The only correction I would make, and I think she'd have better success, is if when she spins, tuck it at her chest, and that way she could just go up rather than scooping. But it was a beautiful spin.
Baxter into the front court. Picks up the dribble. Luciani. We're back to Baxter. Down on the block. The spin move. Not enough space for Nobu to complete the play. Here's Tipping. Plavza now topside. Time and space. Yeah, she'll take it.
Ooh.
Off the iron. Offensive rebound.
Ah, dang it. I don't think she expected it to land right at her.
Natasha Recuenco subs in. Allison Nias to the bench, and there's a timeout on the floor. 4:39 left in the third. The Ontario Basketball Association and Rogers and Uptown Wireless are bringing you unbeatable deals on wireless plans. As a valued OBA member, you now have access to exclusive savings on Rogers services, helping you stay connected whether you're at home, on the road, or courtside. Don't miss out. Visit portal.uptownwireless.ca. That's portal.uptownwireless.ca today to explore your exclusive offers and experience the power of connection with Rogers. Stay connected, stay in the game. Powered by OBA and Rogers. Team Police stuck 7, 4:39 left in the third quarter. The G Elite Senior Girls All-Star game right now. Thank you for joining us on Ontario Basketball's YouTube page. JJ Evison alongside the smallest power forward to ever play the game, former Durham Lord Sydney Holmes, heading down to Sydney, New South Wales in Australia shortly.
Yes.
By shortly, I mean a couple of months.
You know what's crazy? I mean, obviously you can't tell my height by my voice. That'd be amazing abilities, but I'm quite short. I used to think I was tall until I realized I wasn't. But being a short power forward, honestly, highlight of my life, and I'm going to put that on my LinkedIn. Put that right on the top of my resume. Smallest power forward in the league.
You can't slag off Masha Plavza because she will make you pay. Credit the assist to Harumoto.
Ooh.
Harumoto fighting for it. Jump ball, and it's a turnover of possession.
If that between the legs pass went and ended in a shot, I would have flipped this table. I'm not lying to
That's
you.
a lot of equipment, technical equipment that would have been lost if that was the case.
That was a really exciting. Oh gosh, I was getting excited. That was a really good play.
Harumoto. Plavza. Inside. 1-2 stepping, kicks it back out. Another entry for the Police. That courtesy of Madison Peak will go to the free throw line.
One of the top things that because again, I didn't have the ability to see multiple games from Peak this season, but what I love to see now is her ability to do such an aggressive pump fake that even though she does it every single time she has the ball, every person that's guarding her still thinks she's going to shoot, and she doesn't. Pump fake, drive hard, draw the foul, either make the layup or get the N1 or head to the line for 2 shots. It's textbook. Like, she does it so effectively and so cleanly. And I think sometimes people forget when you do a pump fake, you actually have to pump fake and look at the net like you're going to shoot. Like, that's the intention of it. And she does it every single time. So the way she plays it is just, it's really, really cool to watch.
Chantel Davis hands it off. Good ball movement here by Fire. Results in an open look from 3 from Baxter, who's just off the mark. And that went from side to side with not a single dribble. Coach's dream. Good ball movement. Rekuenko takes the handoff from Harumoto. Kicks it outside. Fariduni back to Rekuenko. She's going to dial it from deep. Side iron. Rebounded by Thames. Davis has it into the front court. Luciani back to Thames. Again, swing inside. Cross court, Davis. Thames top side. 7 on the shot clock. Luciani in the corner. And we have a shot clock violation. Good hands in the passing lane by Team Police there.
Mm-hmm.
Leah Shannon getting extended run here from head coach Mark Mandramutu. Some confusion here. The Police ended getting it in the MVP's hands. That's never a bad decision. O'Keefe blows the mid-range. Shannon inside the paint, swallowed up, fighting for the loose ball. That's going to be a jump ball. It will stay with Fire.
Sarah Leffler checks back into the game.
So Mark Mandramutu, head coach of Team Fire here, filling in for Alyssa Wolf. Mandramutu is board director on the Ontario Basketball Association, staff sergeant, Toronto Police Service. So it's really police versus police today. As our Fire representative unable to make it to the gymnasium.
Less than 2 minutes is 30.
Mark's also the current president of the Toronto Police Amateur Athletic Association and former supervisor of recreation at George Brown College. All right, George Brown, what's their mascot?
Hey, don't tell me. Huskies. Yes. See, I told you I know college.
You did tell me that. Corner 3, Leffler can't drain it.
Out of bounds. Fireball.
No, I was college is my thing, you know. University is the well and beyond for me.
College is so much your thing. You went to college twice.
Twice, exactly. You know what I told my mom? If you add both degrees together, it should equal a master's or a bachelor's in some aspect, you know?
I mean, to be fair, college is very much the route for some people who learn that way, right? Very hands-on.
I think it's fantastic. I think, honestly, I would not have succeeded in school if there wasn't a college.
And the Ontario College Athletic Association here in the gymnasium today. And the Canadian College Athletic Association, now part of the CEBL draft. College hoops leading to university hoops, leading to professional hoops here in Canada, and everything's looking up if you're a hooper in Canada. And sometimes it begins with an all-star game on a Sunday in May.
Absolutely.
One of these players could be the next Silas Swords.
And we're hoping eventually, I mean, we have...
Oh, there she is, Leah Shannon for 3.
She's starting now.
She's been going.
She's rolling down into the train station. we have like leagues for professional women like Hoop Queens, but I know as the years kind of go on, we're going to be seeing more leagues for women who are in college, in university, similar to the CEBL and their structure, which I love, where you have to have a certain amount of Canadian athletes from the OUA schools or the OCAA schools to fill either your practice team or your roster. I think it's fantastic because you look at the talent that we have here now, and if you're able to capitalize on that and to take these women and allow them just to continue their basketball careers, I think it's just going to be beneficial for everybody.
Well, and with the Toronto Temple coming to the city next summer.
We're getting Juju. I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
I'm calling it right now. We're getting Juju.
Is it? And at the buzzer, the Fire extend their lead. 37-29, 10 minutes left to play. We'll step aside for a quarter break and be back with the final 10 minutes of the G Elite Senior Girls All-Star Game. Stick with us.
Fans, if you got a purple hoodie right now, courtesy of G Elites, make some noise. All right. If you ain't making noise, you know what to do. Go get your purple hoodie at the merch table. We have hoodies, t-shirts, bags, and anything you want. Quarter four. This is crunch time. The big moments. The moments where stars are born and destiny.
On the clock, 8-point lead. Team Fire ahead. The Police came up empty on their first possession after the half. They'll need a different result here in the fourth quarter. Ball finds Leffler. She hands it off. There's an open lane. 1-2 stepping left-handed. Off the rim and into the hands of Leah Shannon, who's been an all-star MVP here. As Ava Ferry-Dooney hits the deck, traveling back on defense. Now with the steal into the front court, Ferry-Dooney waits for her teammates to get to their positions. Downhill the whole way, leaving it short, was Sophia Rotariu. Leah Shannon into the front court, bounce pass, Zinnick. Lets one blow by and finishes. And that one who blew by was the MVP, Kayla O'Keefe. O'Keefe goes and gets it topside. Shannon gives her some space. Oh, nice inside out dribble. Blocked. Riordan.
Good attempt.
Ellickson hands it off to Zinnick. Looking for the back cut. Instead, she squares up, shoots, doesn't get it to roll. Offensive rebound. Leah Shannon gets the rebound and the putback.
Shannon and Zinnick are kind of...
I feel like you just lost your semifinal game. You got to leave everything all on the court. Your season's over, right?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly
not?
what they're doing, though, right?
Exactly.
Like they're playing like exceptionally well. And here we go again.
Shannon to Zinnick. Zinnick couldn't corral it. That will be Police basketball. Substitutions for both sides. Zinnick will head out. Shannon will stay on the court. Is joined by Tipping.
Shannon's getting a lot of minutes. Coach is running her, and I mean, you know what? She can handle it.
Nice turnaround. A little too strong on the underhand. Barrett to the corner. Shannon's three. Side iron tapped to the Police. Ferry-Dooney has the middle of the court. Hesitation. Kick. Peek. Extra pass. Baseline. No good. Rebound. No boo-boo. No one's picking up Sestilli, so she's going to take it to the rack, but her shot was blocked. Fire ball on the baseline, 7:20 left in the fourth, 41-29. Masha Plavza will head in for Police. Sofia Rotariu checks out. And you got to assume Plaza is going to get a lot of looks here on the offensive side. Leah Shannon turns the corner, blocked, and there's going to be a foul. They're going to call on O'Keefe. Contact on the arm, Sid. What do you think about that in an All-Star game?
I will say the patience that Shannon had to understand that she didn't have to give the handoff, even though she could have, and the ball could have been rotated to the top. But, I mean, good for her for seeing the pocket and taking it.
Leah Shannon shakes off the first miss. Trying to make this 12-point lead 13. And does. And the other two will sub out for Team Fire, making it a full 5 in, 5 out.
Katie Ciani live on DiPietro. Check in for Team Fire.
O'Keefe has trouble keeping it alive. Stolen. DiPietro off the bench with a steal. And they're going to slow it down. Sestilli uses the screen from Luciani and drains the three. 45-29. Team Fire working up quite the lead here. 6:40 left in the regulation. Terry Dooney. Foul called on Sofia Sestilli.
Michaela Security checks into the game.
Sakiri checks in balls the bound to Plavza, who gets contact, count the basket and the foul. Another and one opportunity for the Police here in the second half.
But it just seems like those and one buckets just kind of find her, to be quite honest. She's also just very shifty in getting to the net, so.
Shooting one.
Got a little bit of a smile on her face right now. You often see Plavza very, intense and focused.
I mean, it's nice. It's proof she's having fun, honestly. And that's what this game is meant to be for as well.
Luciani topside. DiPietro dials it. That rims out. And Luciani will get the rebound. 5 seconds on the shot clock. DiPietro finds the roller who gets fouled on the way. It's Nobuo to the free throw line.
The crowd was kind of loving Naboo earlier in the game. She was getting a lot of blocks, a lot of rebounds. But it's almost funny because sometimes it's when you're so tall on the court, everyone just kind of loves watching you block, watching you play. But she is just naturally very aggressive. And she's coordinated too. And I think that's something we're seeing with a lot of the new wave bigs coming up, is that coaches are still teaching them how to dribble the ball, how to shoot threes, how to have the dribbling skills so they're not stuck. So many times growing up, if there was a tall big and they were bringing up the ball, beautiful shot, by the way.
Ayla Sakiri from the corner. Credit the assist to Allison Nias.
There's so many times growing up with bigs in my age group, they couldn't dribble, or their goal was to just go on the block and put layups in. So it's nice to know that coaches are actually taking the time to develop these bigs into top-notch basketball players.
O'Keefe out and on the run. Working left, stutter step, gets to her spot, elevates and finishes.
Hesitation.
Just that slight bit of hesitation creates some separation from Sestilli, and she was able to get Sestilli on her back hip and then elevate with her left. Navigating traffic, Lynn Barrett finds Nobuo down low. Good defense by Peak. O'Keefe ahead. Nias, one dribble. Count the basket and the foul. Comes up a little bit limping, but she smiles it off.
I think she landed a bit awkwardly on her ankle there, but the adrenaline kept her going.
And the player at the scorer's table is checking in for the shooter, so we will wait for the free throw to happen. Plenty of time left. 46-39, 7-point lead for the Fire. Do Team Police have what it takes to get back into this contest? If they do, it's going to be the two-headed prongs of O'Keefe and Plavza, you'd have to think. Although, I'm watching Sakiri get hands in the passing lanes and try and strip the ball. She's the primary defender right now, up in the face of Baxter. Here's Plavza. Luciani's got to get it up. Fucks it. Shot clock violation. Rekuenko checks back in. Sakiri will check out. Here's O'Keefe over the timeline. Wants the screen to the left, gets it. Hands it off, turning the corner, tipping, loses the handle. And it's a backcourt violation, couldn't corral it in time. Emi Harumoto goes to the scorer's table, then right back to her seat. Not sure what that was about.
The funny thing with that is she really tried to pull it back before the ref, because the ref was trailing her. She gets so close. So close. So you know what I would have done is I would have put my back towards the ref so that way I blocked the ball so he couldn't tell if I was over the line or not. Just not that I'm condoning that by any means, but if someone were to use that, they're more than welcome to quote me on it. It's okay.
O'Keefe 1-on-2, kicks it out. Rekuenko between the legs, finds O'Keefe, dials it from deep, too strong. Fire have the rebound.
Just under 4 minutes to play in this All-Star game here. 7-point difference. Oh, opposite now.
9 points. Lane Barrett works it up. Checking her toes before releasing the shot and tracking down her own rebound. Naomi tipping, but then ripped away by Baxter. Baxter loses the handle, resets at the top with Nobuo. Luciani. Front iron, offensive rebound. Blocked. Ellickson couldn't see it through. O'Keefe again out on the run. Has done a good job facilitating. Might need to call her own number here soon. Plavza for three. That's off the mark.
There's always a look at the feet before she shoots it. I wonder if that's just like something she always does or just to make sure it's a three potentially. But in my mind, it kind of messes up the rotation.
1,000%.
Because she does have a good like shot for him and it gets there. It's just there's not enough legs. She needs to bend her legs a little more. But I think every time she looks down, she just takes herself out of it a little bit.
Leffler just turns the corner, throws it off O'Keefe's leg and out of bounds.
Good heads-up play.
Reina Gockley checks back in. And Thames in for Team Fire. Under 3 remaining. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Fire have it. Baseline inbound. Here's Chantel Davis. Shannon thought about it. Looking down low for Ellickson. The spin move. Draws contact, and Aaron Ellickson will go to the free throw line. Ellickson, a third-team All-Star from the Trailblazers. Brings the lead to 10, and now 11. Rekuenko over the timeline. O'Keefe wants the ball, and she gets it. Finds Harumoto, who's going to pull it. Front iron right into the hands of Thames. Davis putting on a flurry of moves, looking for the roller. It's not there. Blocked. In the tie-up, it will stay Team Fire.
So here is Harry will check.
Sarah Leffler doing a great job getting a hand on the ball. Davis into the lane, off the glass and through. Taking advantage of a lack of size on the interior now for Police. Haramoto quickly blocked out of bounds. Leah Shannon still getting it done this late in the game.
Go Police. Awesome.
Madison Peak, Masha Plaza checking back in for Police. Rekoenko to trigger the inbound to Harumoto. Rekoenko uses the screen, step by Plaza, gets downhill, leaves that strong. Harumoto tries to tie up Baxter, but was unable to do so. Here's Davis, top side. Good at creating her own shot. Gets downhill. That's a hard screen. Davis into the lane. No good. Offensive rebound. Shannon. Third chance. Shannon's going to pull it out. Right back to the key. Bounce pass underneath. That is a good look. Shannon to Baxter for two. 54-39. Fire white hot.
What is happening?
What do you mean? They're having fun. They're balling.
No, I'm like really happy with how this game is going.
Plaza looking for Harumoto. She's stuck on one knee. Plaza bails her out. Rekoenko from the elbow. It's good.
You know what I have to say, and I'm going to say it now and with my chest. That you don't get this kind of action in the men's All-Star game. You get maybe a couple of half-court shots, a couple of maybe some step-back travel threes, but you don't get like this hard effort level basketball.
For all 40 minutes.
Exactly, right?
Here's Shannon with the steal. Inside, Plaza disrupts that. Harumoto has Rekoenko ahead of the pack. Rekoenko off the glass and through.
Mesmerizing.
PA announcer having some fun with this game as well. Aren't we all? A deep three. That's off the back iron from the hands of Thames. Shannon's going to go and take it. Keep it on the perimeter. Oh, the back cut. If you're going to go, you got to go.
You got to go. You can't go half and come back. If you're going to run,
especially if you're not familiar with each other's games. Chantel Davis had the first step and had her defender beat and then came back to the corner.
Even so, to your point as well, if it's not there, you're still clearing a space for the poor person with the ball to just cut down.
Final 19 seconds. Fire could just dribble it out here, but something tells me they're not going to do that. Davis working left, looking for the bounce pass inside, disrupted by O'Keefe. Harumoto quickly ahead. Good pass from the hip again. Madison Peak gets 2 more points. And the All-Star game comes to an end. Everybody had fun, but Team Police fall to Team Fire 54-45. What a great experience for all those on the court and those in attendance. Have a little bit of fun, break up the competitive nature of the day. 4 o'clock is just 36 minutes away, and that's when we will have the championship game between the IEM Spartans and ONLX.